So after the death of Ania's parents, we are back to present time where Vladek and Ati are walking down the street, and we see Vladek is collecting some wire from the trash, and that is a telephone wire, and he wants to collect it. And Ati obviously does not understand, the psychology behind it, and he is like, why do you want to collect these things? And Vladek is so conditioned by the conditions of Holocaust, by the trauma of Holocaust, where they did not have access to even the simplest of the things. That for him, it seems like anything that they can save up might be helpful for them. So we clearly see the distinction of the perspective of the father and the son. The son doesn't know about the horrors of the Holocaust, has not lived through the horrors of the Holocaust, whereas the father has gone through inhuman experiences in the Holocaust. We are back to the story, and then we see that after the death of the parents, Vladek and Ania are taken in shelter by influential Jews who are not harassed by the German police. So they take shelter with a person known as Haskell, and they are they're distant cousins, and we get to see that they get shelter in his shoe factory. As we can see here, he manages a shoe factory, and he has quite some connections with the Germans. We also get to see that as they blend with the laborers in the shoe factory, we understand that nobody is actually safe in this Poland that has been occupied by Germany. And in one scene, we get to see that as Vladek was moving, he notices that the man who had earlier in one of the scenes where all the family members were hiding in this bunker, remember? And the stranger comes and he informs the police about their hideout, and that's how Ania's parents are caught. So that same man who had acted as the police informer is now dead. All right. So what it shows that the Jews in Poland under the Nazi regime were not safe at all, no matter what they did, whether they cooperated with the police or whether they wanted to help the police or whether they acted as the police's informers and so on. Nothing really mattered, and any day their life could be just snuffed off like the wick of the candle right away. So we are back again to present time. We see that Vladek has a mini heart attack, minor heart attack, when he was walking, and he sits down for some time. And we also get to see this is an indication of the emotional toll that story has been taking on Vladek, because we get to see that Vladek kind of goes through the same trauma again when he relives it in his memory. So this is a very important point to note as well, that when you have a traumatic experience, it is not only the experience but also the number of times that you recount that experience in your memory. It takes a toll emotionally, physically on your body and your mind, and that's what is happening to Vladek, right? It was such a scary time where people lived under the fear that any day they might be killed and any day they might be discovered. We see terrible experiences that the people had to go through, the Jews had to go through. In one of the panels again, in one of the instances, we see that the Jews who had not eaten anything good for days together get to know that somebody is selling a cake, so they all crowd there and they buy the cake, and eventually after eating the cake they find out that the flour that was used to make the cake was not actually edible flour, but then it was detergent soap, laundry soap, that was mistaken as flour and added to the cake. So they very sick, they threw up all night, and so these kind of terrible things happen, bereft of any good food, bereft of a human life, basically is what is being depicted here. So we see Vladek and Ania kind of stay in the hideout under this person's shoe factory. In the meantime, Jews were being rounded up and taken in hordes to Auschwitz, and you can see they are kind of hiding here, while the rest of the Jews are rounded up and taken in prison vans to the gas chambers. There's no way they could escape. They make a hideout out of the shoes, and they make a tunnel out of it. All right, and they come to this bunker where 12 people were hiding, and they were they were hiding there in terrible conditions. And at the same time, we see that this is a time when uh, Anya goes through her first fit, the second fit of depression actually, because the first fit of depression happens immediately after the birth of her first son when she goes through postpartum depression. Here we see that Anya is unable to take anything anymore. She has lost her family, she is going through immense stress, she is living under terrible conditions, and now that, she has no hope that she will make through this time. So she's crying out loud. She's asking God to take her and just let her die. And Vladek, on the other hand, seems to be the calmer one. Vladek seems to be, the more composed one, trying to compose himself and Anya, and asking her to, hold it together and to, just let it be. So we see that, I mean, it's a terrible condition. So many families crowded in this dingy room, and eventually they run out of food. And imagine what they're eating. They're chewing wood. They have run out of food. In this panel on page number 123, they talk of chewing food, and he says that chewing it feels a little like eating food. They don't have real food. So this is the condition that they were living in. Terrible conditions. Outside, the Nazis were waiting to hunt on the Jews. The Nazis were waiting to pounce on the Jews, and at the same time, we see that they were under the hideout and living in fear every single day of their lives. And eventually, some of them decide that it's enough. They can't live like this, and they decide to run away. And what they do is that they bribe one of the guards. They still carry some money and gold and jewelry along with them, which they can use to bribe certain people. And they see that that there's one guard who's there to sneak them out of the ghetto. And eventually, when they are gone, they realize that the ghetto is gone. They are all gone, and they just go out. But then where would they go? I want to point out this panel on page number 125, very very important panel to look at. They were walking. There's not even a vehicle to take them. They're walking towards another city. But then look at how all the roads are marked in the form of swastik, which means there is no place that they could escape. Everywhere, every road that they would be taking would lead them to their final destination, and that is of death. Okay, so this is a very very evocative, symbolic and poignant representation of how inescapable their fates were. There was no way they could run away. They can run from one post to another, but finally they are still in the crossroads of the Nazi regime. There is no escape from them. So this is a very very interesting way of depicting the absolute futility of running away from the Nazis, because every road would lead to the Nazis. On the next page, we are back again to present time, where we see that Artie and Vladek has come to a bank, where Vladek is showing Artie where he has kept his savings and his locker. Now here again, constantly throughout the book we see that there is a difference between the father's perspective and the son's perspective. The son has not lived through any of the conditions of Holocaust, therefore he is unable to understand why the father acts in a certain way. And we see in Vladek a tendency to save everything, a tendency to keep things for worse days, for bad days. And that's what Vladek seems to be saying, that we should not spend all the money. Artie belongs to the modern generation. He doesn't really get this concept of hoarding money and saving money and saving things for a bad time. So he's like, why shouldn't we enjoy your life? Just enjoy your life. Don't think about saving anything. Whereas Vladek, because he has gone through an experience of trauma, and he knows exactly that how savings had helped him escape, at least temporarily, the death and the desolation that was all around him. He is unable to let go of his worldly possessions, the gold, the jewels, the money that he had, because somewhere he has now been conditioned to think that these worldly possessions are going to save him in times of difficulty. We end this chapter with Vladek's outburst against Mala. When we see Vladek in the past narration, when he's with Anya, we see that he is a completely different person. He's so composed, he's so loving, he's so romantic, he's deeply in love with his wife, and no matter whenever his wife has a breakdown, he is there as a rock of support for her. But in case of Mala, we see that he really doesn't have any emotional bonding with Mala, and in the end of the chapter, he's kind of complaining against Mala, saying that she is after my money. She just wants the money, and then he ends with this regret. Why have I ever remarried? And then again, he is unable to forget his first wife. He cries, "Oh, Anya, Anya, Anya." Okay, so this trauma of the Holocaust, doubled with the trauma of Anya committing suicide, had taken an immense toll on Vladek, and we see that he is a completely broken man. There are quite a few differences between the Vladek that we see during the Second World War and the Vladek that we see in the present times. And we see that the Vladek during the Second World War is a resourceful person, smart person, very, very rational, very practical, and he is able to, stay calm and composed and save themselves from danger. Whereas the older Vladek that we see in modern times, is an eccentric person. His actions do not have any logical reason why they should be done. He is extremely rude to people, he is cranky, and we get to see that the experiences that he has had throughout his life has shaped him into this kind of a broken, cranky, extremely irritable man. Okay, all right. Now we move on to chapter number 6, which says mouse trap, where, as I told you, that gradually the chapters will escalate, the conditions for the Jews will escalate, and gradually the chapters will depict how there was absolutely no escape for them at all.